This one obvious thing will boost your productivity. I've watched tons of video on productivity, and this one thing keeps coming out. But first, before I tell you that, this is how I define productivity. Productivity is literally doing the activity that is needed to produce an outcome. There will be no output without an input or work. But most of the time, you are not productive because it's hard for you to even start doing the work. You might have too many things to do, or do not know what to do and at what time. Or you probably do the things when you feel like doing them, which is a problem because, be honest, most of the time you do not even feel like doing the work. You wait and wait, no feeling of motivation, not being productive. That's why you shouldn't rely on your feelings to start doing the work. Your feelings want comfort, and it's hard for it to go from being comfortable to actually doing the work. But when the deadline of the work comes, your stress level increase and you immediately become a soldier. Your motivation and productivity increase, you are unaffected by distractions and you get the work done. I call this the deadline motivation. So because of this, the one obvious thing you need to do to become more productive is to plan the day after. I know that you have heard of this advice many times blah blah, but common sense isn't common actions. Taking advantage of deadline motivation, planning allows you to set mini deadlines before the actual one. It only takes at most 15 minutes. And after you've done the planning, the friction to start doing the work is so much lesser. I will show you 2 ways that you can plan, from specific to broad, and tell you what to do after you have planned your day, and then give you a small little bonus at the end. Basically, for every half an hour of the day, put down what you are going to do at that time. These are the steps that you can take. List down all the activities that you need to do, no matter how small. Set time for the tasks that you do every day, such as habits, meals, sleep, etc. Set time for work and progressive tasks. Set time for relaxation and recovery, preferably after work, such as NSDR, meditation, and etc. Set time for learning and skill development, such as reading, courses, etc. Set time for fun time and relationships, such as socializing, etc. Set time for everything that you do, such as social media, email, etc. Try to be as specific as possible for the actions that you're going to take. Don't just put do math paper, but rather put do pages 26 to 36 of the math paper. It is also important to find out when is it that your energy is the highest. Then put the most important task at that time. For me, my energy is the highest during the afternoon and the nights. So at 2 PM, I will put record talking head of planning video, for example. If you are lazy to plan the next day every night, you can just spend some time someday to plan the whole week. You can repeat the steps that you use to plan the day and then repeat it for the rest of the week. Color code the activities in each category with different colors to make it neat. Doing this is like setting a mini deadline for yourself. Your goal is to finish the task before the time allocated. Of course, there will be time where you miss the time allocated, whether you have done it earlier or done it later. Don't worry too much about it. Just take note of the adjustment for the next week you plan. But follow as much of the plan as possible, because that's the only thing that you need to do. If using that way has too much structure for you, you can use this way every night. List down the things that you have to do the next day on a piece of paper. Then, rearrange them in the order of importance. You know that it is important when the consequence of not doing it is really large. Compare the consequence of each of the tasks. Which one is more hefty, then do them. You can also think long term, choosing tasks that will affect the long term the most. If doing both of those ways are too complicated for you, you can try out this way as well. Just do this simple thing that you can do. For every day of the week, you can write down the main task of the day. You can write them down on a piece of paper or on the Notes app. After you have a plan planned out, prepare in advance the first task that you need to do that day. Because when you have everything planned and laid out, when the next day comes, the only thing that you need to do is to move your hands and legs. And when you get started on a task, focus fully on that one task that you are doing. Don't multitask. In fact, the brain is not meant to multitask. You have one brain for a reason. Finishing a task successfully will give you a little dopamine spike, motivating you to do the next task, and then the next, and then the next. Always work from the plan. When a new stuff comes out, add it at the bottom. Planning is like creating a game. It is your mission to finish the plan before the day ends. The plan is the final boss. Defeat each task before the clock strikes 12 AM to beat the boss. And a bonus for you, when you have completed your schedule and finished all the tasks in your list, reward yourself with the things that you like. Doing this over and over again will rewire your brain to think that work equals the reward, and you will be more likely to do the work and be productive. Planning will help you set your own deadline that you need to follow. Anyways, that's my opinion. Bye.